Leader from Telangana BJP, Dr. Akashdeep Muni, who is a political analyst, Krishank Reddy, who is national spokesperson of the BRS. We will also be joined by Anurag Naidu, who is a political analyst, in just a bit. Good evening to all of you, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here on Times Now. Dr. Akashdeep Muni, the charge is appeasement ahead of the by-polls in Jubilee Hills. I mean, how will you like to respond? Because these are two shocking cases that have emerged from Telangana today.
Hinaji, these are examples of BJP's penchant for religious issues, for politicization. Now, talking about the Shakepit graveyard issue, this is an ownership dispute, not a procedural lapse. Ministers publicly handed over documents and describing site management arrangement is an administrative act with traceable records, consistent with normal public admin procedure. This is not a secretive bypass. The existence of a dated Waqf Board proceedings 4th October 2025 authorizing use strongly indicates the action following statutory route used under section 32 of the Waqf Act.
No, the charge here is without due diligence. What was this urgency really for the government there to allocate this particular land for the graveyard? We understand it was a long pending demand of the people there, but then without doing due diligence, how can you just pass on the land for a purpose, like this? Isn't it appeasement?
Hinaji, we live in India. There has been number of properties with ownership dispute. And this is one of the case. Okay. And due diligence was done. If you say that this was a political stunt, okay, can you show me
when did the government get to know that there was some ownership dispute in this after allocating the land?
I'll tell you. If there was some ownership dispute, then if there was any proof of ownership dispute before allocation, why there was these documents were publicly handed over.
Sir, my question to you is again the same. One second. When did the government get to know that there was some ownership dispute? That's point number one. Point number two is that if there was no problem, what about due diligence? I mean, that's supposed to happen, right?
How do you presume that due diligence is not done?
If due diligence was done, Krishank Reddy, then this wouldn't have happened.
Hinaji, listen to me.
I have heard your point, sir.
Section 32.
I have heard the points you're making. The viewers have also heard you loud and clear. Let Krishank Reddy now respond.
Hinaji, 5th of this month, 5th October, the Telangana Minority Residential Educational Society chairperson, mind you, he has nothing to do with the Waqf, visited that place, and immediately on his social media, a GO is released, number one, on 5th October, allocating 2,500 square yards land at Alkapuri Colony. Now, all these Jubilee Hills voters and Muslims, because the point here is, out of the 3.8 lakh Jubilee Hills constituents, 1.4 lakh voters are Muslims, mind you. So a greater chunk, which can actually be the deciding factor of the Jubilee Hills Assembly polls. And 6th October, which means the next day, the Congress ministers, two ministers held a press meet in which the Waqf chairperson also was present. Then again, they announced the same land, 2,500 square yards. Within 2 hours of time, no private dispute holders, no other trespassers, none other than the army authorities came there and they have claimed ownership of the land. And after that, what do we get to hear? The election code is announced. So 1.4 lakh voters of Muslims, we cannot say this is appeasement, this is cheating, this is fraud.
Okay.
What Congress did is actually lied and fooled, because now there is election code and now they are talking about dispute, they are talking about ownership. Where was the due diligence? Number one. Okay. Number two, you found it only 48 hours before that. And in fact, 48 hours before you announce. Again, after that, 24 hours after that, you have a press meet by the ministers. And after army authorities come, there is no time, because now election code is there here in Hyderabad and Jubilee Hills.
Okay, and soon after that, Mr. T.R. Srinivas, another piece of land is reportedly allocated. And on that land also, we are seeing there are protests taking place.
Hinaji, namaste, and thank you very much for this very important debate. I was just listening very calmly to the Congress, pro-Congress spokesperson, Mr. Muni. Looks like the state government and Mr. Muni have not done their homework. So first of all, this land, the Sheikpet land belongs to 403 old survey 20, the new survey 299/2. Is a complex, legal and leadership and ownership complex, one which has not been decided yet. It still rests with the defense. And in key government record is there, 1995 Ministry of Defense telegram. That means when Congress government was there in the center, it states that they did a joint survey which establishes their right over that land. Now tell me, if I remember a song, on a lighter note, I remember a song, राम राम आपका तो लगता है सब यही अपना, राम राम जपना पराया माल अपना. Now for the sake of appeasement, Jubilee Hills, the bypoll is there. You want to do anything to get that 1 lakh plus votes so that your candidate wins. Horrible, pathetic, and this is a third grade governance is going on.
Akashdeep Muni, how will you like to respond? Those are some big charges coming in. If this is not appeasement, if this is not cheating as being claimed by both the political parties here, then what will cheating and fraud really be is the question that the opposition is asking.
Hinaji, both BRS and BJP failed in Telangana. And now they are fishing in troubled waters to get some votes because they have not done their homework properly and they are not going to win.
What are you talking about, Dr. Akashdeep Muni? Due diligence was not done by your government. I mean, you were in a hurry to, allocate this particular piece of land that did not even belong to the government without doing any kind of due diligence just before the election commission announced the poll dates. And now you're saying that others are desperate for votes. Mr. Srinivas, you want to respond?
Hear out the other side. Hear out.
See, it's a template carried out by all the Congresses across India of Sri Rahul Gandhi ji of 80-20 formula. If you don't get the Hindus vote, divide Hindus and get the consolidated your minority votes. This is what is going on right now.
10 seconds, Krishank Mane. I'm completely out of time. 10 seconds, closing comments, please.
Well, Hinaji, Rahul Gandhi ji preaches across India, but when it comes to Telangana, where they are in power, it is not in practice. No free and fair elections with such kind of antics by the Congress regarding this Muslim graveyard issue, and simultaneously he is talking about vote chori here. It is voter card chori. How can they get OTPs? How can they get it printed? Election Commission of India in 2020 has released an official circular that no creations, no illegal prints, no any kind of distribution of voter identity cards should be taken up by anyone.
Right.
So they are definitely, and that is why today they have been booked.
Okay.
And they are still wanting to defend it. They have been booked today by the election officers.
All right. We'll of course be tracking this ahead as well. Right now, completely out of time. Appreciate all of you gentlemen. T.R. Srinivas, Dr. Akashdeep Muni and Krishank Mane. Thank you for joining us here on this debate on Times Now. Heading into a short break.